Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's live stream, we are going to be playing some Final Fantasy XIV, but before we actually get into it, the special site for 7.2 has just been updated, so we are going to be talking about 7.25, and yeah, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Obviously, standard stuff is still the same. Standard stuff still the same. I think, is this a new image? I don't know. There might be some new images for some of the older stuff, but I don't think there is. But yeah, so the big thing is obviously the Occult Crescent, Southhorn, which betwixt Eorzea and Dural lies the Shades Triangle, wave-washed grave to untold souls. Join one legendary warrior and his intrepid crew as they chart a course for the fearsome waters and unravel the mysteries that swirl therein. So, yeah. So this is basically going to be our weapon quest. I think some of these images are obviously still there. They've been here since the beginning. But apparently there's been some update. Ooh, that looks... It kind of looks more cartoony, and I kind of love it. I'm wondering what exactly that's going to be about, like seeing exactly how this is going to play out. Because yeah, like the gear that the people are wearing looks a little bit more cartoony. The Mind Flare looks more cartoony. So I'm curious what that's going to mean. Okay, I kind of love these villains. And then obviously this is going to be the special class, the Phantom Jobs. Yeah, which I'm not certain exactly how much we'll get to do with that, but apparently that's going to be a separate thing from your main job, and it's basically that's what you're going to be mainly leveling up. It's basically the same thing as your other levels. I'm forgetting what they're called right now. If we go to my character, never mind. Let's see here. Does that outfit? No, of course not. That would make too much sense. Whatever the frickin' thing is called. But yeah, so that's gonna be kind of interesting to see how exactly the Phantom Jobs work. And I'm wondering, I do kind of like the idea that a lot of people have had, where this is going to be basically, this could be guessing at what our next jobs are going to be. What I would like to see is more limited jobs, because sometimes, like some of these things, the way that they've explained them is that they would be too complicated for what's going on in the main game. So I think that limited jobs would make the most sense, where they're just like a bunch of chaos, and they can just have fun with playing around with these classes, but they're not necessarily worried too much about making sure that they're super balanced, and as such they can't necessarily participate in the same things as the rest of the jobs. At least, well, or at least they when you can't queue with the same jobs. I don't know. We'll see exactly what they do with that, but I think that would it'd be interesting to see what they do with that. And then these are some new gears. These are the new gear sets, which, I mean, obviously we just got the gear set, a few gear sets, so I don't know how useful these sets are going to be. I'm assuming that they're probably going to be pretty useful. I think for me, I am probably going to start off with doing my caster set and working on Summoner, and then after that we'll see about getting the rest of them. And then, yeah, White Mage, Dancer, whatever, all these other ones, we'll figure that out. But I think it's kind of interesting. Well, this isn't really dealing with the weapon yet. Let's see here. Healthcare we already dealt with. Okay. Phantom weapons. Harried by circumstances, financial and otherwise, Eorzea's finest weaponsmith finds himself on a treacherous journey beyond the seas, bound for seas unknown. Yet, amidst the peril, is an opportunity to achieve new pinnacle of weapon fabrication, harnessing arcane powers and as potent as they are illusory. So I'm not certain how this is going to play out. Part of me wonders if maybe you'll be able to, like, with the phantom jobs that we saw from up here, if that's going to have some impact on what your phantom weapon will be. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe there's like a specific one of these phantom jobs will somehow tie to one of the phantom weapons. I'm not sure. I have no idea. It's kind of hard to say for sure. And it doesn't look like there's any new information about this. We'll see more as the time comes. But I have heard that it is going to be a different situation anyways, because of the fact that it's going to be, they want to make sure that it's something that you can do both in this as well as out of it, from what I understand. I don't know if it's, like, maybe it's not as powerful or something like that. Maybe there's certain aspects that are on either side, and then, like, in order to actually get the best version of it, you have to do both. I don't know. We'll see. And then the Mooljaw. This is going to be kind of an interesting situation for a lot of us because, obviously, thanks to the Cosmic Exploration, we're all pretty much everyone's already gotten their gatherers up to max level. So yeah, I think that this would have worked better if it had come out at the same time, if not before Cosmic Exploration, because honestly it's going to be pretty useless. Maybe it will be a little bit more useful. It's just hard to say at this point in time. The Rite of Succession set Momoka on a new path, one without sacrifice of blood siblings. Now in the depths of Yoctel, a new enterprise takes the first steps towards creating a place that any Moolja can call home. Any Moolja would be proud to call home. So obviously we've got this image which we've known about. So obviously Warrior of Light, being a gatherer. Some new character, I'm not sure who that is. It might not be a new character, but I think she's a new character. I'm curious who this is. Oh, are those the... Okay, so we're not... okay, so I kind of figured that we weren't going to be getting a Wyver for a mount because of the fact that I believe the Wyver, you can get a Wyver already, thanks to, I think Tomestones, or not Tomestones, the bicolor gemstones, that's what it is. You can already get one, so it's not like as big of a deal. So this is probably going to be what the mount is. Oh, that's cool. I love that. That's actually going to be really cool. All right, and then this is the town, which, if I am not mistaken, that looks like it should be that town that is in Yoctel. I'm going to just go over there while we're waiting on this, and we'll compare and contrast it once we're done. I'm not certain if it's specific, like obviously this looks like it's probably a pretty late version of it. I'm not sure. This might just be Mamuk. You might just be in Mamuk. Because let's see here. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, that might just be in Mamuk. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Alright. And then, obviously, the Hildebrand stuff. This will be the first thing that we do when we get the update. Nashu has followed the trail of the missing Inspector Hildebrand to the neon-lit metropolis of Solution 9, enlisting the aid of his detective Hardboiled, a man of eerily familiar appearance and resilience. The search of everyone's favorite agent of inquiry continues. I think we had these two images before. Obviously, there's Hildebrand in the background, Nasha with an egg. Hildebrand, this is Hildebrand. I don't care if he's saying he's hard-boiled, but that's Hildebrand. And then Hildebrand with the gun. I'm kind of ecstatic for this. I'm really hoping that it's more expansive. It better be more expansive than the previous one. People love this. People love Hildebrand. Give us more Hildebrand. And then they still haven't given us this new mount yet. And I haven't been able to figure out where the hell this comes from. My guess at this point in time is that it has to come from the Shades Triangle. I have a feeling it has to be coming from this. I don't know for sure, but considering the fact that we still don't have any information about it, and this is like one of those big ones that everyone really wants. I think this is like the first 4-player mount that it looks like everyone should be able to get. Because like obviously there are 4-player mounts that you can get, but most of them are from the store. Let's see here. Yeah. So like I have a few mounts, multiplayer mounts. So a few of them obviously you can get from a few different tasks, but those are like 2-player mounts and stuff like that. Let's see here. So yeah, we have the Draft Chocobo, which you get for just being someone who's played with friends. There is a red version of the Draft Chocobo that you can get for feathers, which again, friends stuff. Obviously there, but I don't have that one on Holopoly. Let's see here. And then I don't think there's any other multiplayer mounts that everyone can get. Yeah. So, yeah, the only multiplayer mount that was fairly easy to get was the Regalia, and it's not really something that you can easily get. You have to do the event for it. So, that's my only 4-player mount. And as for 2-player mounts, most of them are multiplayer mounts are pretty hard to get. But yeah, let's take a look here. Okay, so. I was thinking, let's go back to Final Fantasy. Okay, so what I was originally thinking was where they were going to put the Beast Tribe was up here, but based on that image that we just saw, we'll come back to this. So first, so the location I thought it was going to be. So obviously, this is. I don't think you're going to be able to do this with until you've completed the MSQ at least. Probably the original MSQ is probably what that'll probably be the requirement. But I was thinking that it was going to be here. This this area that is completely abandoned and destroyed and all that jazz. But if we look back at the image for it. This one. So as we can see from this, clearly not. As you can already see, this is a different area. There's no direct correlation with any of this, especially with that tower. That tower is nowhere to be seen. So, we can actually go back to it and look. So, in actuality, the real location that is actually going to be where it is, and we can tell just based on the image, is that it will be right at the town, because this is that tower, right there. And we can, if we want to, we can probably line this up to be perfect or whatever. But as you can see, same exact location. Now, obviously certain things are probably going to be changing. And while this might not be the exact same location, there might be like some slight changes, and there might be some slight changes to the terrain. But considering the fact that the tower is right there, I don't see it being that much different. Because I don't see them adding another tower that looks exactly like that. Anyway, like, I think technically this location could also be it. But the point that I'm trying to make, especially, well, actually, now that I'm seeing this area, I think this is probably the more likely spot. Yeah, this is probably the more likely spot here. In fact, I think that this is the spot. This is definitely the spot. Cool job. Oh. Yeah, this is the location. This is 100% the location because they just straight up. I don't think this was here before. But the point is that it is in Mamuk. So the the new Beast tribe. Yeah, I think for sure this is the new location. I don't think that there's no doubt in my mind, especially like looking at this character. I'm pretty sure that's him. They may have specifically, yeah. Now, like, it might be just the lighting, but I don't think any other Dope Bros look like that. Look quite like that. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find another Dope Bro. These guys are not. Let's see. There aren't many Dope Bro, and that's another issue. Is like finding Dope Bro pretty much anywhere. So I think that that's the guy. I think that that is probably the guy that we're going to be working with. And they probably set him there, like, near the beginning of the patch to see if people would notice. So that they don't have to, like, fully integrate every single thing. And people probably just did, I don't know if people, there might have been people who noticed. But I didn't. I definitely didn't. So, yeah. I think if we go over here again, and we can probably line this up. Yeah, because there's the. Okay, so they specifically do. All right. Like I'm. Bop. Oh, well, just let me fix that. Yeah. Yeah, this is 100% the spot. Because this is the tree that I'm right next to. That's the structure. So yeah, this is it. This is 100% the location. No questions about it. I wonder if people, I don't know if people were already looking at this, but I think, like, they hadn't shown us, like, much for this. But now that people are probably looking for it. But yeah, we found the location, everybody. There's Pakulta. I don't know why. Why does he have the same name? I wonder if he's... No, he can't be a sibling. Because he's a dope bro. Well, obviously the other two are the other two. Yeah. Which I'm still confused. Like, Blessed Siblings are specifically the other two species, the other two Mamulja. And Dopro are just, like, left out. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's the guy. I think that's kind of interesting. Other than that, there's not really much information that we can go on. I don't think that emote has the dancing emote has been found yet either. So that might be something that needs to be gotten. And yeah, hopefully there's more stuff with Hildebrand. And yeah, I don't know. There's not much. There's not much to be explored here. Let's see here. If we go to media, let's see here. Does that show us the new media? What is new? Yeah, it does. Okay, so they do so on the website they actually do show which images are new. So those two monsters, so the monster images are new, which, yeah, I thought they were new because they look so cartoony. I don't think I'd seen them. But I'm kind of loving, like, little glimpses at what's going on here. Because we can kind of see certain aspects to some of these jobs. Like this, I think this is probably like Time Mage here. Cannoneer maybe? I don't know. This might be Phantom Summoner. I'm not sure what exactly. Yeah, there's too little information to go on. Because we don't really know much about them. Because I think we know Phantom Time Mage, we know Phantom Thief. But yeah, that's those. So yeah, I think the Phantom picture, that's new. The job image is, or the clothing image is new, which I'm excited for. Let's see here. So yeah, the new thing with this new character, no idea who she is. The image with him, which that is, well, I think that's the reveal of our mount. That is probably our mount that we're going to be getting for this. The image that shows off this new location, which we just saw in game. And then, yeah, so for the Hildebrand stuff, it looks like the only thing new is Hildebrand with a gun. I kind of want this gun, though, for my machinist. I really do. I hope that that's something that you can get. Ugh. But yeah, the rest, not too much to be concerned about, it looks like. But yeah, so with that, let's just have some fun and discuss things. So I don't think that they've revealed where the new location is yet. We'll probably be getting that soon in, like, patch notes or something. In the meantime, we'll probably be focusing on just getting shit done. Build up your tombstones, build up your shit. And, yeah. Alright, cool. The other person's main taking. I don't have to. Hey. Oh, am I almost done with this? I have 2 left. Nice.
Let's begin, shall we?
Can the challenger defeat them in his own lair?
can keep up.
Some speed. It's as if there's a pack of him. A stylish evasion. Well done.
I do like toying with my prey. Can you fend off a pack of wolves? My troop! The earth is mine to command! Not bad. Not bad. But we've scarcely begun. Bear my fighting wings! Still you stand. How delightful! Fenrir's power can be wielded in surprising ways.
When did that colossal thing come from? Put the Colossus to the sword. Must have hurt, but they're not out of the fight yet. See if they can stay standing.
Try this!
The challenger's down! Is this the end? The challenger rises again! Can they turn this around?
Bum, bum, bum. Nice. Okay.
It's all over. Until next time.
Okay. Let's see here. What do I need right now? So I need legs or boots, as well as obviously I need gloves. Alright, need. I think we need pretty much everything, but except for those, which just delete those. We do need this one, and I don't know. Yeah, okay, with that. Okay. All right. So I did not get the... Who got that? What does it even say? Okay. So someone did get that, so that's fine. That's probably everyone needed that, so that's fine. Alright, so that takes care of that. Let's see here. So we still need frontline for sure, so we can go ahead and switch to Red Mage. Red Mage, thank you. I don't think did I do an alliance raid yet? No, I've not. Okay, so we will do an alliance raid in a bit. And then after that, we'll see about getting the rest of this done. See, I'm curious if this area was here before the update. Because it looks... I don't recall this being here. Granted, there's not much reason to come over here. There's little to no reason to come over here. So, it could have been here. It could have been here this entire time. Because I don't even think you come down this way. Actually, wait a minute. Think about this for a sec. You know what? Actually, I think that the tree at least was here. Because these guys... These guys are a hunt that that often popped up. And I think that we did that. So I think the tree was here, but I don't think that the rest was here. I don't think the wall was here. I don't think the buildings were here at all. So maybe I'm just jumping. I'm just misremembering things, but I don't think that all of this was here. To be fair, most of Mamuk is kind of forgettable, so. But I don't think I was flying as far to get to these guys when I was doing that hunt. It does make me wonder, though, what eye level is the gear going to be? Because currently the highest that you can get is like 755. And I imagine that it's probably about 750. Because the highest level that you can get right now is, that is a great outfit for that mount. Oh my gosh, that is actually kind of hilarious. Actually, I'm thinking about the mount thing now. I think that a lot of the 4-player mounts, there might be 4-player mounts, but I think it's like through Eureka and stuff. Because I think that the Cerberus thing is also a 4-player mount. Come on, let me off my mount. Thank you. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Why is the entirety of Alliance A have freaking white mages? What the fuck? Insanity. I don't know why we overextended up there. We already have two. Let them fight over that because they are fighting over it. honest, see, this is the problem: is that we're focusing too much on Flames that we're losing, or we're getting second place. I need to do more savages. Because I haven't done practically any savage. And as such, I don't have... Unreals. I don't have any. I swear we're too spread out. We're too spread out. Way too spread out. Especially if people are just gonna be sitting here. What the fuck? Okay. Dagnabbit, why is it the hard one? How are you still alive? We are so freaking far behind now. I think it's because it's definitely because we overextended at the beginning there. Okay. Majority go over there. Go to gold. But a few people should stay behind. Yeah, it looks like a few people are sitting behind. That's good. Why am I able to freaking target things? Should not have done that. Which guy? The guy that was, oh boy. The summoner that was somehow surviving for so long. Oh, did they? Oh, yeah, I see. Too much chaos. But yeah, I don't think it's likely that we're gonna win, but let's see. Do we want to? That's the defensible one, so I think a few people can go up here. Let's go up here. Alright. I mean, currently we have the goal of the two best ones. Yeah, that's true. You know, I think blue and red are too focused on each other right now. Because we have the gold. Why are they not striking at us? Like, they're coming a little bit. But yeah, we've got, currently we've got the gold and two reds. So, I think somebody just said 12% left. Someone said I think we could sneak the... Oh, I died. Oh, if Red's gonna get a gold, then probably not, actually. How rude. Maelstrom 1. The thing is, like, there was no way we were getting close enough for that, so. But hey, 15 assists. Yeah, I think there was very little chance that we were gonna get over there fast enough, because everyone was on this side of the map. Oh wait. There we go. Alright. Alliance raid. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's see, Endwalker and Heavensward we want. So, bloop. Actually, let's go see Summoner, because that's gonna be... Yeah. Ba ba da ba da ba ba da ba. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not necessarily the best at PvP. I wouldn't even say I'm close. So I definitely need more practice with it. Mostly because I just have never I never really do that much with it. So like at most I'll do my I'll get my series up to 25, and then maybe I'll play a little bit of I'll do front lines for my Wondrous Tales or Crystalline Conflict, depending on which one it is. You know, I haven't despite the fact that Pictomancer was my main for this expansion, I haven't really even tried it that much for PvP. If we go to... Like, I think I've briefly used it for this. Yeah, that could, I think that this could absolutely be fun. Yeah, that's right. Because standard basically is your movement ability. It allows you to move. And then subtractive is your long cast, bigger. Yeah, I think I messed around with it for a little bit, but that was about it. Yeah, I'd say that if you're going after somebody, probably using Pictomancer in standard mode is like the best bet. And then when you're able to stand still, then switch over to. Okay, so yeah, common and black is still better. Really? Oh, that's fun. That's actually so good. So you can basically be like, boop, boop, boop. Oop. That's actually really fun. Okay, I might need to do this. And then obviously it has the defense, which... Yeah, that, let's see, so that... And heals. So, that's actually really cool. I might need to start playing as Pictomancer then. For PvP. That's actually kind of fun. I've noticed the shield. I've went outside of when in PvP, and I'm always like, oh, go into the shield. Absolutely every time. But yeah. PvP. Let's see here. Roll. Let's see here. Is this damage done? Paints a claw. Okay, so grip, left. Okay, render sharpen. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that's actually pretty freaking good. Rust is really good for him? Okay. Yeah, I imagine it would be because of the fact that Pictomancer kind of is a, like, even in... It's a multi-hitter, so... So you Rust? Oh, right, I'm in combat right now. Yeah, that actually makes sense because, yeah, if it's a multi... a Phantom Dart is, like, obviously... Yeah. Reduces damage dealt and healing potency of... Yeah! And all other enemies nearby for... yeah, that sounds really useful for Pictomancer, because especially considering the fact that... yeah, you're not going to take as they're going to stop attack. They're not going to be able to attack you that much, and you'll be doing a lot more damage. the nicest thing about this is that you're able to just be like, oh, I'm able to stand still for a sec. Let me switch to subtract. Oh, somebody's attacking me. Switch. Boop, 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 boop. Blast damage. Get away from this thing. Smudge. Palm and teeth. Boop, boop. That's actually... I can see the potential in it. I absolutely can see the potential in it. I definitely need to do a few matches with it. I'll probably once we've done the Alliance raid, then I'll start doing it with Pictomancer. I'll do some like PvP with Pictomancer and see how that goes. Especially since I'm kind of behind on my stuff, on pretty much every challenge right now. Challenge log is kind of... Alright. This Alliance raid is taking for freaking ever. It's a load. Yeah. Honestly, I should be trying out more of the classes for PvP because they're so different. And like I'm mostly a PvE player, mostly raids, at least recently. Despite the fact that I don't really play Savage that much. Bum ba dum ba dum bum bum. I don't know. I have noticed when it comes to Pictomancer, especially, I think they did a change recently. So it's still useful, obviously, but they're still very freaking useful, I should say. But when you're for like trials and raids, it's one of the weakest of the classes, I would say. For dungeons, it's great. It's fantastic. One of the I highly recommend using it if you're going to go through when going through dungeons and shit. But when you're like doing the higher level stuff that is mostly just fighting big bosses, it's a lot less useful, I would say. So comparatively to like other things. Bop, bop. At least when it comes to casters. I would say that I still, even with the upgrades to Black Mage, I don't think that it's necessarily the best option for raids, and, especially for raiding. I think Summoner is still my favorite when it comes to raiding, and then probably after that is Red Mage, at least when it comes to casters. When it comes to anything else, I can play as most of them. math fun? This isn't math. What are you? Oh no, yeah, it is. Crazy. Also, why is it not either Heavensward or Endwalker? Why does it have to be Stormblood? I do have Carbon Claw, right? Yeah, good. Yeah, I think that's what's right, right? Do I even have... Yeah, this is pre... Oh my god. This is before even the... During the eggy part. I didn't realize how low... I keep forgetting how low level certain things are. Ah, fuck you. So with the update coming out on Tuesday, what class are you gonna focus on? I'm assuming you're gonna probably focus on Warrior first. You know what I think as well is if you have all your tomestones maxed out for whatever thing it is. So like let's say heliometry, or you've maxed out your weekly mathematics. It should start going into poetics, because you actually kind of need poetics still, or I still need poetics. And it's always good to have like extra, even if you're just get it to maximum. Yeah, like I'm still getting poetics, which is good, but I don't need heliometry. I'm surprised how many people are dying to this fight. Yes, where? I don't even know. Fuck. Ah, these guys need to be separated. Separate them. Separate them. Separate your freaking guys. Spread them. Okay. Jeez, what the fuck? Math time. Not quite yet, but soon. These fuckers. Time to face off against the fucker. Ugh, I hate this guy. He's such a pain in the ass. Okay. We knew this was coming. Ugh. I wish that it would auto-summon your Carbon Bolt and get resurrected. No! Right. Bloop, 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 bloop. Invisible 7. Don't even need to worry. What's these? I don't know. If I'm gonna go for these things, I'm gonna go. I'll go for them. Earlier date, but yeah. All right. Final boss. Do people? I know some people like 12, but I'm curious who does, because I've heard people say it, but like anyone who I've talked to, like actually talked to, who's has not enjoyed it. I haven't enjoyed it. And I like I didn't play much, but like the way that the system, the gameplay works for that was just like so and I don't. Like, it's kind of like, frickin' the way I described it when I first played the game was that it was like Ni no Kuni, but before anyone figured out how to actually do the Ni no Kuni combat. Because Ni no Kuni has a really interesting combat system. And it feels like 12 is trying to do that combat system, but they hadn't quite figured out how to do it. Basically, that it was it wanted to do a action turn-based, but because the fact that they had Get the guy over here, please. Where's our tank? Now he's gonna die quickly.
It is far from finished, Guardians! Rush a knife through butter!
What? I could have sworn that. Right?
Here's my strength!
There we go. Do 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 do. I don't think I can get that right. The rest. Oh, but we need that one. Okay. I swear, if we don't get that with a 99. Alright, give me Flash of Steel. Flash of Steel. I'll probably get this one as well, but I'm not sure. Alright. There it is. So I didn't get the 98 one, which is kind of surprising. Probably because I think Greed and Need are technically on different things. But yeah. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's go ahead and try Picto in like a crystalline. Welcome back. So question for you. What did you think of 12? Because I just said there are some things about it a little bit earlier. Or did you even play 12? Final Fantasy 12. It's what, yeah.
This way I haven't played myself, but I'm looking into...
Okay. So which ones have you played then? Just, so I can... Because I've played pretty much all of them at this point. So I know a decent amount about all of them. The only one I haven't played at this point, I think, is 11. And that's mostly because of the fact.
Mostly 14, 16, a bit of 7.
Okay. So you're really new to the Final Fantasy, to Final Fantasy then. With only 4. Yeah, if 14 is the only one that you've played so far, then yeah, that's pretty new. Okay. Yeah, and like 16 is a very big departure. I think that I hate to say this, but 16 and 7 are probably like some of the most separate from the rest of the Final Fantasy world. So, like, the rest of the Final Fantasy games are pretty different. Yeah. 7 is very sci-fi, with the only other one being that close to sci-fi being 8. I haven't played much of 8. I only played, like, the start of it. Most of them are very fantasy-based. Yeah, it is. 16 is one of the best ones. When I first played it, my first thought was, this is really fun, but it doesn't feel like a Final Fantasy. And I couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was for a while. And I think like the biggest part of it is the how more mature it is, and it was not because of the fact that it's a much more mature game. It has a lot to deal with. It has a lot of cursing. It has a lot of sexual stuff. It has nudity. It doesn't quite feel like a Final Fantasy. Because a lot of the other Final Fantasies would be very subtle with their stuff. Even the 7 remake, they were really subtle with a lot of like innuendos and stuff like that. Yeah. 16 was rated M. And I think that if they had backed off a bit from certain aspects of it, I think it would have been a lot better. But at the same time, the story that they wanted to tell really can't be told in anything but M. So I think that 16 works for what it is, but it doesn't feel very much like Final Fantasy comparatively. They did a good job. It is not a bad game. Let me make it very clear. 16 is a good game, but it is not final. It is not like most of the other Final Fantasies. I would say even 15 is closer to other Final Fantasies, which I think that was the second Final Fantasy that I completed all the way through. And the first one that I completed was 9, which if you're going to if you want to get into more Final Fantasies, I always recommend that people start with 9 because it's one of the best games, and it's my personal favorite. 10 is decent. I think that I can understand where some people would go with 10 being the first Final Fantasy that people would get into, because it is it gets the concepts of Final Fantasy out, but it's because of the fact that it doesn't have the open worldness that most of the earlier Final Fantasies had. It's not as good in my opinion. Same thing goes for 13. 13 is so sci-fi though, so but it still feels like Final Fantasy. It's kind of in a weird situation. 12, I would say, I have the hardest time suggesting it. Mostly because it's this weird combination of turn-based and action-based combat that really doesn't work for it. And it's very similar if you've played Ni no Kuni. It's very similar in combat to that, but it's like they hadn't quite figured out the proper way to run it. Like Ni no Kuni took what they found out what worked for them, and and it really works. And I have a feeling that some of the people who worked on Ni no Kuni worked on 12 originally, and then they moved over to Ni no Kuni, and they were like, okay, we have this system. It didn't really work the best for 12, so here's what we have instead. I've heard that the story is really good though for 12. I don't understand it. I haven't really gotten that far in it, so I'm not 100% certain on it. But also I've heard a lot of people complain about it. I've seen a lot of people complain about it, but also a lot of people love it. So yeah. 1 through 6, you can probably just go with what you can just play on your own time because those are extremely simple games comparatively. Like you could probably blitz out like if you want to stream it, you could probably get at least one done in like a few hours, like maybe up to 3. Like it's a challenge in certain aspects of it because of the fact like the final boss is a pain in the ass. And that's like the worst part of it is like getting to the when you like I've tried defeating it at level 99 and it's like he's still a pain in the ass depending on what you do. So, and I still haven't beaten him. But I'll probably do that at some point. Anyways, let's go ahead and do a crystalline conflict. Also, while I'm thinking about it, oh wait, actually, before we do that. Oop, wrong one. Yeah, I want to try it out for as Pictomancer. I'm not certain how well I'm gonna do, which is why I'm not doing ranked at all for that. Yeah, I'm aware. Oh. Okay. Okay. So, probably something like, oop, oop. I think I saw it. There we go. Nice. Alright. Cool. Yeah. I think yeah, I was looking at that and it was like, ooh, that's fun. Oh no, we only have one tank and no healers. What do they have? Oh, they've got a healer and a tank. You stole my look! What the hell? That's kind of hilarious. Like it. I wonder if that person saw my logo. Oh, yes, thank you. Dang it. Yeah. I wish that I could cast this one. No, not silence. Where is it? Oh no! Have fun. Good luck. Work sucks. Sounds good. Good. Have fun. Good luck. Don't lose your mind. Ooh. Ah. Oh, there we go. Okay. Could have been better. But that was fun. That was a... I still think it's funny that the freaking I wonder if that person's here. I didn't see them. But, yeah. I think they had different boots on. And I couldn't see their gloves, so I don't know. But yeah, that was just funny to me, seeing like somebody else wearing practically the exact same outfit that I had on. Okay. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and switch back to Summoner. And we will go ahead and queue for our AACs. Right, I haven't gotten for any of those, right? Yeah, good. Okay, and we also need either M1 or M2, correct? Yes, M1 or M2. And on second thought, let's just queue for M1, because I don't want to deal with that. Oh, thank you. Not today. 5th to 8th circle, as well as Cityscape. Okay, so let's see here. So that's Endwalker, right? Yeah. 5th to 8th. Okay. Cool. So yeah, as we finish things, we will go ahead and swap out the things so that we get more likely. So if we get Abyssos, we'll swap that out for Sigmascape. If we get one, we'll swap it out for Abyssos because I think we want to focus on one specific group at a time. And so yeah, if we get any of the cruiserweights, we'll get rid of the cruiserweight and we'll put on Abyssos. Once we get an Abyssos, we swap any of those out for Sigmascape. Once we get both Abyssos and Sigmascape, then we switch to the Alliance raids until one of those procs. Then we switch to I think we'll probably just do we'll queue for a leveling, and we'll queue for a high level. After we've done all of these, and then see what happens, and then anything else, then we'll work on that later. We could probably I think off stream, because I don't want to do this on stream, but off stream I might run a few M4s for light heavyweight and get like a whole bunch, just keep grinding until we get enough of these to outfit every single person with them. Like, granted, a lot of this gear is better. I have a lot of better gear, but I think we will start off with my casters, getting all of those guys done. So yeah, you've got a Quetzali. you do not. You have a 99. Summoner has... Yep, Summoner has Quetzalcoatl. You have... Yeah, you have 99. These guys, I think, are just using their 99s for now as well. So probably after we've done... Or no, sorry. Dancer has the Quetzalcoatl, but Machinist and Bard do not. Most of my healers, I think, have... Yeah, they have their 99. 99. As for tanks, I think tanks also have 99, except for... yeah. The only one that has a level 100 is Gunbreaker, because I mean Gunbreaker. And then I think all of these guys need. Oh no, Reaper has. Yeah, Reaper has the correct one. Everyone else is new stuff. Do you have the Dawn Hunt guy has this stuff, right? Has something. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so cruiserweight. So we will do... We'll swap that out for Abyssos. We got that. Totally good fit. But yeah.
Are you ready to get down? The Upstarts Cruiserweight campaign begins. Can you keep up with the rhythm? We're just getting started. Keep grooving, baby. Dancing Green is pulling out all the stops of you. On the dance floor, everyone's a star. Bask in the spotlight and burn, baby, burn! An invitation to dance. How will the challenger respond? Turn up the heat. Try to keep up now. The fever's taken hold. Can the upstart keep up with Dancing Green? Dance like there's no tomorrow.
Swap, swap, swap.
Let's finish with style. Groovy moves. The crowd's loving it.
A few people do.
That's fine.
Back to it, dancers. Show us some electrifying moves. Oh no, that was too much for the challenger.
Yep. This is a fairly simple fight, honestly, compared to like a lot of the other ones.
Bask in the spotlight and burn, baby, burn!
Oh, fuck. Dang it. I should have waited on this button. There we go. Okay.
The challenger's down!
Got it. Okay.
Is this the end?
He says it's a fairly simple fight. Wrong.
Dancers, take it away! Yeah, baby! I feel the fever coming on again! The night's reached a fever pitch! All eyes are on Dancing Green! Dance like there's no tomorrow!
I got perfect room.
Let's finish with style! Not bad, but I reckon you've got more in you. Come on, show me your moves!
Dang it! I didn't get there fast enough. Dang it, I'm losing it. Okay.
Some electrifying moves! They're back on their feet. Let's see if they can stay standing.
How did I get hit by that? Alright, there we go.
It's all over. Until next time.
Let's need these. Pass on the helmets for now, I guess. Pass on that. Okay, and then need, please. I didn't get it. Dagnabbit. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. And I think that's where I'm gonna probably call it for the stream. Well, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it there for the stream. Because yeah, that way we will go ahead. So get rid of cruiserweight M1. I will probably continue to grind out some of these off stream, but I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the stream. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And tomorrow is gonna be another Final Fantasy stream because it is Friday, obviously. So we'll see how that turns out. I might mostly focus on cosmic exploration tomorrow, because I do need to work on my tools. My tools are pretty not great, so I do need to work on those. So I'm probably going to be focusing on that for the most part later today. Or not today. Tomorrow is going to probably be mostly crystalline or not crystalline, a cosmic exploration day, and we'll see exactly how that turns out. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I shall see you guys in the next one. But on.